A few days ago, I made a video called 5 Ways to Make Money with Clawdbot, and you guys seem to really enjoy it. And so what I want to do in this video is to come up with 5 more ways that you guys could implement within the next few weeks that could help you potentially make money with Clawdbot. Now, what's really interesting about the 5 ways that I'm going to give to you, they're a mix of both beginner and intermediate, and so there should be something for everyone. And if you don't know, and I'm going to oversimplify this for people that are brand new to Clawdbot or the various names, Moltbot, whatever it's calling itself today, it's essentially like an AI agent. It's an AI agent that can do tasks like browse the web and all sorts of stuff. It is the next step. If you've heard of N8N, which created AI agents, it's kind of like that next iteration, it's that next step, which can automate a number of tasks. I've been playing with it on this other computer here, and we'll see what the limits are. But in this video, I wanted to give you 5 more ways, 5 different ways that you could potentially implement. Again, some of these are going to be beginner friendly, some of these are going to be more advanced, but I think there's something in there for everyone. If you're looking for the 5 original ways, I'll link the video in the description. Those are more beginner friendly introductory ways, but you should be able to find something in there for you. What's really cool and why I like this idea is because Clawdbot is still really new, right? If we take a look, there's 2 things happening right now. Clawdbot is new, and there's a lot of people looking for information. When Clawdbot is new, that means there isn't a ton of videos out there, or OpenClaw, whatever you want to call it. There isn't a ton of information, and so you can kind of jump in. And I just want to show you something here. I just typed in OpenClaw, and you can see 28,000 views in 16 hours, 189,000 views. 2 days ago, he only has 41,000 subscribers. So even if you're, what I would do if I were you is I would jump into this opportunity as someone that's trying to learn it, as someone that is just trying to figure out what it is and how to navigate it. You don't have to be an expert in this space because it's brand new and there really isn't any experts. So what I want you to do is if you're looking for a niche, you feel like everything's oversaturated, everything's too competitive, take a look at OpenClaw, Clawdbot, whatever it wants to call itself. I'm going to call it OpenClaw for simplicity. Jump in, start making videos of you messing around with it. Post those videos to YouTube with you learning new things and implementing what you learn, because you'll start building a following and you'll be able to start monetizing and making money, and you're going to learn a new skill. Even if there's a new, better, greater iteration that comes down the pipe, you'll have this foundational skills that you can build upon. Okay, but I want to show you, like, and quite honestly, the reason why I'm making this video is because there's a ton of people out there talking about OpenClaw. There's a ton of people out there talking about Clawdbot, and I want to take advantage of those eyeballs, right? We want to take advantage of the attention that's already out there. We don't necessarily want to try and create our own attention. We want to piggyback off the attention that's already there. Look at this one, for example. This guy has 85,000 views, and he only has 3,000 subscribers. This is an opportunity, right? When you see something like this, 85,000 views, only 3,000 subscribers, that means that there are more people interested in this information, in this type of video, than there is videos to serve that group of people. And you're seeing it again and again, right? 37,000 views, 5,000 subscribers, 99,000 views, 9,000 subscribers, 18,000 views, 14,000 subscribers. You're seeing it again and again and again. And so I'm encouraging you to take advantage of this opportunity. Spend 30 minutes a day trying to learn an aspect of OpenClaw, and then try and implement it. Implement it on camera. Record yourself implementing it, and record yourself going through the pitfalls, the failures, the ups, the downs of it all, because people will appreciate that. People will respect that. People will see that you are human, and I think it's a great way to build a connection and make money. All right, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the 5 more ways that you can make money with OpenClaw. One of my favorite ways to make money online are with online workshops. And when these workshops can be live, I recommend that you do them live or recorded. Now, what's really cool is that when you're doing a workshop, you can teach a very specific skill. For example, one of the most important things within OpenClaw or Clawdbot are skills. Skills are essentially, they're kind of like features that do very specific tasks. You could teach people how to create their first skill and give them confidence. You can teach them on how to maybe create, how to connect OpenClaw to a VPS, or how to connect their OpenClaw to their Mac Mini, right? Because you are meeting with them and you're spending time with them and you're essentially holding their hand and taking them through the process step by step, they'll pay you for it, right? And what's really cool about this is that you can use a live workshop to build connection, to build community, and then potentially sell them more things in the back end. But don't sleep on live workshops. And again, you don't have to be an expert. You can just have step one figured out. And when you have step one figured out, turn around and show other people that step one. And I think it's a really simple thing. But with OpenClaw, there are so many different aspects and so many different layers that you just need to pick one of the entry-level things, show people how to do it, and you can potentially make money. Now, in the past, I've charged $49 to hold these live workshops. If I do a recorded one, or if I'm just kind of like selling a recorded one, I'll do maybe like $9. I'll do $7 to $9, right? One of the biggest features of doing it live, one of the biggest benefits of doing it live, is that you can answer people's questions. You can help them when they get stuck, and you can limit your workshop to 90 minutes, where you're helping them meet a specific, solve a specific problem. And then if they need more help afterwards, maybe you can do one-on-one coaching or whatever it might be. So number one are workshops. I recommend you do it live, but you can also do it recorded. Number two, and I kind of alluded to this before, are brand deals and sponsorships. I'm going to spell sponsorships wrong. Sponsorships. Okay. And with brand deals and sponsorships, you are essentially doing kind of like in-video commercials. If you ever watched a video and they'll say, this video is sponsored by, or this video is brought to you by blah, blah, blah. Now, what's going to happen as the adoption to OpenClaw grows? There are going to be different companies that offer different wrappers or different softwares to accompany that, accompany OpenClaw. And so what some people will do is they'll reach out to you and say, hey, look, we're Mega Cool Company Incorporated. We want to sponsor your next video. We'll pay you $500 for the video, and we'll pay you a 15% affiliate commission for anyone that clicks on your link and uses your code. That's a great way to start making a little bit of money. All you have to do is you have to either do an in-video ad where you're talking about the product that they offer, or you have to do kind of like a review and making people aware. And the great thing with brand deals and sponsorships is that you can start doing these with as little as, I'm going to say, 1,000 subscribers. Usually what companies are looking for is they're looking for the engagement. If you only have 1,000 subscribers, but you're getting 10,000 views on your videos, or you have lots of engagement and people are trusting you, they'll want to work with you. I would only say the only downside of brand deals and sponsorships is you just have to be careful, because some of the emails that you'll get will be shady people trying to steal your information. In general, never download stuff to your computer. Never download stuff to your computer unless you've had like a conversation and you've actually spoken with someone. Just be really careful. But the cool thing with a brand deal is that you'll get upfront money for making a video, plus affiliate commissions, potentially, right? It all depends on how you negotiate and how you work out, how it works out. And, I have been offered a brand deals as low as $500, but if you have, if you have 20,000, 30,000 subscribers, you could be offered up to 10K, and I'm not saying you'll get that, up to 10K for a brand deal, right? If you find the right one, and there's a good integration, you've got good, if you've got good audience engagement, okay? But brand deals and sponsorships are another really cool opportunity. So one, our workshops. Two, our brand deals and sponsorships. Number three is actually, we're going to shift from business to consumer, because we're a business. We're going to go B2B. And here we're going to go consulting for businesses. Because what usually happens is some company will hear or somebody within a company will hear about OpenClaw and how it can help automate or solve problems within tasks. But most of the people inside of the company have no idea how to actually implement it, where to best implement it, how to use it, use cases and all that stuff. And so what you can do is you can offer a specific solution. So maybe, for example, you have identified, let's say, for example, I'm just going to throw this out there, for like dentist office. I always like to use dentist office. You could help a dentist office scale. You could help a dentist office scale by creating an AI agent that might reach out to people that haven't had their teeth cleaned in a while. Or, if you're a baker, someone that hasn't stopped in 6 months, offer them a discount. But what's really cool about this is you can make money in a few different ways. You could make money with a strategy call. You can make money on a call. You can make money by implementing, or you could even make money with retainer. Right? Businesses will keep you on retainer just in case their OpenClaw stops working. But what's really cool, all you've got to do is identify a niche, identify a group of people. It could be coaches. Let me give you a perfect example based on the way that I've used OpenClaw. I've created 2 agents. One is a YouTube researcher, and the other one is like a TikTok content idea generator. Every day it comes up with 15 different content ideas. What if you built you consulted with small businesses to help them come up with content ideas? What if you consulted with them and you listen to what their frustrations are and you make recommendations, because that's all consulting is. You make recommendations on how Clawdbot or OpenClaw can help streamline or solve a pressing problem, right? And you might be wondering, well, how do I do that? A couple of things you can do is you can do cold calls. You can, I'm really big on creating content to attract people to you, so that way, you're meeting and working with multiple people at one time. But consulting, I think, might be a really cool way to go, especially if you've got a little bit of a technical background. Consulting does require a good understanding of business, as well as a little bit of understanding of a technical background as well. This is not Fiverr setup. We talked about Fiverr last week, but I think consulting would be a really cool opportunity for you to potentially take advantage of. After consulting, number 4, we've got done for you AI agent system. So done for you AI agent systems. And so basically what this entails is you're going to do all the work. And so if someone is using a virtual private server, so like they're using Amazon or DigitalOcean to create, to use their OpenClaw, they could hire you to set everything up, right? Because they don't want to spend the time. They don't have the technical know-how. They don't want to deal with the frustration of spending 2 hours to set it up. Now, it might take you 20 minutes to set everything up and give them 2 or 3 different agents or skills, and it might take them 6 hours. Remember, people will buy stuff from you if you can save them time, save them money, help them make more money, or avoid frustration. And someone sees the power or benefit of OpenClaw, but they don't have the time or they don't have the want to learn it. And so what you can do is you can set everything up. And if you want to take this a step further, you could actually start an entire little business where you source the Mac Mini, and then you set up OpenClaw. You give them the keys and the passwords and all that stuff, and then you implement skills. You have the setup file, have everything set up step by step, and then you mail it out to them. And then you include all of that in the bundle, right? So the Mac Mini is like $599, and then you charge another $500 on top of that for the skills that you create in the bundles and all that stuff. You can make a decent amount of money by kind of creating a whole little system, right? It's essentially what Dell did back in the day. You guys probably don't know what Dell is, but anyway, you could create you could, let's say you decide to work with content creators. you could create a whole done for you system where you are implementing or setting up Clawdbot, OpenClaw, with a YouTube research agent. And, since you've got this streamlined, it could take you 20 minutes. You make $500 in 20 minutes, assuming that there aren't any issues. But done for you services are always really nice, because they're going to pay you for your time. And the more you do it, the faster you get at it, has a higher perceived value. And then you can even create like create a templated video about how they can set it up and use it, and they can go from there. Okay. Next, and I think this is going to be something that's going to be really important coming down the line, are actually micro SaaS wrappers. So what happened, I would say over the last few years, is people essentially took ChatGPT, they took Anthropic, and then they added a wrapper. And what a wrapper does is it handles specific tasks. For example, we could go out to YouTube, or we could go out to Google right now, and we could find like a blog writer. We could do like AI blog writer. Usually, what we'll find here are wrappers. So they've taken ChatGPT, they've wrapped it into their own software, like Copy AI, for example. It's probably a wrapper of a different AI software. They've taken ChatGPT, they have made a pretty website, they've wrapped it to do a specific task or a specific set of tasks. And you could build something out like that too. And what's really cool about SaaS, or software as a service, is that you can get reoccurring income. You can make reoccurring income. As long as customers stay a customer, you can get paid. And with software, it's one of those things where if they're getting a result, they're not going to complain. They're not going to cancel. One of the biggest problems, and one of the things that you could do, if you're brand new, if you're not familiar, most of the way that you communicate through, I want to make sure I can show this. Most of the way that you communicate through OpenClaw is through the command line. What you could create, one of the things that you could create, I don't know if I should show this. I probably won't show this because it has information. One of the things that you could create is like a beginner dashboard, a dashboard that makes communicating with OpenClaw easier, or a dashboard that gives relevant information at their fingertips. They just open it up, they get whatever information they need. You could create a micro SaaS wrapper for YouTubers, right? So they go to the website, they open up this web page, and they get all their analytics. They get suggestions for their next video idea. They get a list of comments that they need to respond to, or something along those lines. And so if you build that out, you can make money. And like I said, you are solving a problem, an ongoing problem. You are generating reoccurring income, and you could charge like $49 per month with this. And I think it's upgrade potential, and you can kind of attach these to other things. But I think these are really cool ideas. Now, again, some of this micro SaaS wrapper is going to be advanced. It's going to be somebody that has experience with OpenClaw, done for you AI agents, probably a little bit of experience, consulting. You don't need a ton of experience. You just need to know the challenges a business faces. Brand deals and sponsorships, you don't need a ton of experience. Workshops, you don't need a ton of experience. But these are all cool ways that you can make money with OpenClaw. Tell me what you think in the comment section. And if you haven't watched that first video, the first video is more introduction, basic for beginners. Definitely check that one out, and comment that you came from this video. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.